Hey, it's Nardi. This is the Daily Espresso Short Shots of Big Ideas. Coming live from Bawa Cafe. It's my birthday, so I thought I'd come to it. Thank you. Thought I'd come live. I'm not one to big note myself, everyone goes, but thought it was Chris wanted to take me out for breakfast. We thought, where do you want to go? I said, let's go somewhere I really love. You've got to try the chili eggs here. They are awesome. Let's talk about culture. Let's talk about building a winning culture to build a winning team. All right. So most people try and look for the winning team to build a winning culture, and then there's a little bit in that, right? I do see that, and I think we kind of tried to go down that way a little bit because your culture is made up of your team members, but what we've found is when you have just a few awesome members of your team who subscribe to the culture or subscribe to the values of the owners of the business, then that spreads like wildfire and that spreads across the team. And what I really want to focus on today is what you guys should be doing to help you scale your business in a sustainable way through an awesome piece of culture. And let's start with finding those champions within your team. We were really fortunate enough to find, by chance, 2 champions in our team. Now, these people are in another city. They live in another city. They work for us. They're not outsourcers. They actually are our team. And April and Siler, and we absolutely love them. They're dear to us. Now, over the last, they actually finished 2 years with us. And April and Siler, when you get the chance to watch this, thank you. But they completed a 2-year anniversary with us last year, and for us that was a major milestone because up until that point, I don't think we ever had anyone that had stayed on with us or for that long. So it was really cool for everyone yesterday as a milestone. But what I want to get at is they came on board in our business without an idea of any of our culture, without an idea of our values. They didn't bring anything to the business other than a willingness to have a go, a willingness to learn, and just complete open-mindedness. And the culture that I guess Chris and I subscribe to, and the culture that we laid out as the firm, and we probably were fine-tuning it as we went, was immediately pushed and immediately brought to the attention of our team. Over time, we have now gone to 8 team members. Chris and I, so that's 10 people. The culture that we have, and we've just recently onboarded 2 people last week, we've just noticed that we've been able to take almost a complete step back from from integrating our team into that culture or our new team. So it's kind of amazing because we almost didn't plan for this to happen this way. We knew that it was possible and could happen, but we never knew that it was that easy. And I think that as a business owner and speaking to other business owners, the biggest problem we all have is creating this firm-wide culture that is synergistic, it's in sync, and it's just it just flows really well in the one direction. And what we found is, like, all of a sudden, when we talk about culture, we don't just talk about being happy and all of the rest, but actually subscribing to values of the business, doing things in a certain way, in a certain manner, being mindful in certain ways, having a certain approach, and then following processes and procedures and systems, because they are the foundations of an awesome culture. And what we've found is, without having to push it and put so much effort into it as we did initially, because obviously it was doing it from scratch, was the new team members that we had that joined us, who we believe are fitting in really well, have found it easy to fit in well at their end and made our life easy, watching them and seeing them fit in so easy, purely because of this culture that's been built around them. Chris, you were mentioning something today about the Hawthorn Football Club in Melbourne, who everyone will know. Go Hawks, absolutely successful team, AFL football team in Australia. And Chris, you were saying something. I mean, I'm not going to try and repeat what you were saying because you know it better than me, but just how that football club as a sporting team, and sporting teams do this incredibly well with successful teams, how they integrate young people into their business, or in that case, new recruits into the business. Chris, over to you.
Yeah, so it's kind of Oh, I'll flip it around.
No awkwardness.
There you go. Well, it's kind of like if you think about it from the football club's point of view. So a new recruit will come in, and all of a sudden they see the most experienced players in the team, and they have to, keep up to their standards. So all of a sudden, in Hawthorn, Luke Hodge, Sam Mitchell, Jordan Lewis, all these guys are doing things in a certain way, and all of a sudden a recruit goes, well, I've got to do it that way. And, that puts pressure, that builds that culture, and that builds that success. And so, the next time that, the ball's up in the air and you have to go back with the pack, you're going to do it because Hodgie's going to do it. And if you don't do it, then you're going to be held to account. And that's what culture's all about.
And you've played a fair bit of sport, Chris, as a schoolboy and that sort of stuff. And that's, being part of a sporting team, forces you to that culture, doesn't it? Yeah. Doesn't matter if it's high grade, high level. Whereas you watch the little league guys play, saw my godson play the other day. It was unbelievable, the culture that they build when they sing that team song, when they win, even when they lose, they still, they really feel it. And that's the same in business. I mean, we know this stuff, guys. Why are we trying to reinvent it or ignore what works really well? Build that winning culture, but don't try and go out there trying to find. I do believe in trying to find team members that bring a sort of kind of culture to your business, but I also disagree with the fact of getting the team members to set that culture. You as the business owner needs to understand that you've got to put some serious hard effort into defining your culture, in educating your team members. Doesn't matter if it's 1 or 1,000, educating them for culture, or the culture of the business, plastering it everywhere, making your team meetings all about it, making every single thing you do about it, whether it's fun, whether it's wins or losses, one team, one mind, you laugh together, you bleed together, you cry together. That's, what sporting teams do, we need to do. And it's up to you as the business owner or owners to make it, to ensure that it's set and it's followed. And if it's not, you've got to step in and make it happen. And when it does happen, you will see it run on autopilot, and it will be amazing. All right, that's what we found. Like I said, it was surprising, but we knew that that's what we had to do. We knew we were kind of a bit annoyed and pissed off at how we'd gone about it in the past. We just, yeah, no worries. You look half decent as a person that can make us money. Come on board, make us money, and then we'll just be happy and friendly and pay you. And that's a culture, and that doesn't happen. Invest in your culture, and you will build a winning team. Winning culture, winning team. Guys, the Daily Espresso. We're capping off Friday with a big one. Make it happen. If you don't have a culture in your team, or you don't feel like it, or you don't know and your team can't recite your values, then make it something where you start Monday and you get everyone in a circle and you talk about it. Guys, if you can do that, you're going to succeed. Trust me, please do. Again, any questions, if you'd like some help with implementation, if you want to step into our business and see what we're doing, hit us up and we're more happy to show you and invite you into one of our daily huddles, and you can see what it's like and what it's all about. And actually, we'll be coming live from Manila in a couple of weeks, and we'll actually show you what it's going to look like.
Done.
We'll do that. Guys, so the Daily Espresso, short shots of big ideas. Keep the questions coming, keep viewing. Thanks for everyone watching this week. Love it. We'll see you next week. Cheers.